Welcome back to the show. Today I'm talking mostly about poop, sewage, toilet paper. I'm gonna do a giveaway, but first, a story about how a celebrity interviewer from Vancouver got their stage name. Did you know that Nardwuar the human serviette is not this guy's real name? I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. This episode is all about poop and sewage, but we haven't talked much about toilet paper. So I figured a story about a serviette, a napkin, is gonna have to do. And I realize that that is a stretch connecting Nardwuar to the subject of poop, but this is how Canada's best interviewer got his name. John Ruskin is the real name of this iconic journalist who once asked Prime Minister John Chrétien about pepper spray.
And some of the protesters were maced. Does mace equal freedom? Would you have been maced yourself back then, Prime Minister Chrétien?
And who got his big break way back when Much Music was a thing that almost every teenager in the country watched every single day, myself included. These days he gets hundreds of millions of views of his interviews that are mostly with musicians and in which he dives super deep. You never know what to expect from him. He got his stage name back in the 80s. Back then, he and a group of his friends would put on all-ages punk rock shows in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He started doing that in West Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, at his high school. On the posters for those shows, they would put Nardwuar Presents at the top of them. So at first, it was actually a group of people who were Nardwuar. The word Nardwuar was something that the group of friends used to refer to people who were older than they were. It was a bit of an inside joke. Then in 1987, John Ruskin got a radio show on CITR 101.9 FM. That's the University of British Columbia's student-run radio station. It was at this point that he decided to drop his given name and go by Nardwuar the human serviette. The human part came from a classic song by the Cramps called Human Fly, and serviette came from the States, where he says they don't have serviettes like we do in Canada, they have napkins. I don't know, that's how he explains it. Most people just call him Nardwuar, and now you know.